Alright, so I've been wanting to make a video like this for a while now. Today's topic is why content creation is one of the most lonely roads you can go down if you ever decide to pursue it as a full-time career. Let me start by introducing myself. My name's Jay. I make Call of Duty content on this channel, and I also make Star Wars content and other video game kind of content, vlogs and stuff on my other channel, which is simply just Jay the Gamer. I'm gonna eventually come up with a more creative name for this particular channel outside of just Jay the Gamer COD. That's not really that creative, if we're being honest. I want to start this series of discussion videos where we talk about really interesting topics coming from the perspective of a guy who does content and wants to do it full time at some point or another. Today's subject is why content creation is a very lonely road. I don't mean lonely in the sense that you will never meet any other people. I've been doing this stuff for some years now. I eventually transitioned into video editing a little bit, and I met a lot of really great and amazing people over the last few years in my journey, I guess, to become a full-time YouTuber, streamer, whatever. But what I mean by this is why content is just a lonely road is, well, a variety of things. So we're just gonna kind of bullet point some things here and just start like that. For one, telling family members and friends IRL that you do content is one of the most stressful and nerve-wracking things ever. Some people get it, some people don't. Some people criticize you, some people judge you. Now it's up to you at that point if you want to ignore those people and cut them out of your life. That's a little different. But what makes content such a complicated and frankly annoying thing when it comes to telling family members and friends about it is they don't understand the amount of grind you have to put into it, the amount of time you have to put into it, and just how genuinely stressful it is. Every single day for the most part, I'm almost always uploading a YouTube video to both of my channels. When I get off work, I get to editing. When I'm done editing, I get to recording more content for the following day. And I try to make as much time as I can for family members because at the end of the day, you don't want to just become completely isolated from everybody around you. That's a really bad idea. But there have been a number of cases where I've been telling family members, you know, hey, I'm too busy. I'm trying to just get this video out because I need to get it out, I need to get it done. And it's been met with frustrations, people telling me, oh, don't you ever make time for yourself? What? You're so obsessed with what you do. You're so obsessed with your career. Don't make this your only obsession in life. And it's just such a frustrating thing to hear sometimes. It's like you've got a goal in mind. You've got an area you want to pursue. And when you're putting in 110%, it's so hard to make time for everybody else sometimes. It doesn't mean like it's going to be like that forever, but it makes it it makes you have this really headstrong mindset where the only thing you want to do is just focus on this. You should still try to make some time for socializing and spending time with family, but damn, is it annoying when you're just trying to get some content done and trying to grow as a creator and put time into streaming, recording, editing, and people are in the back of your head telling you you don't need to be doing all this, it's what you're doing way too much, you're not spending enough time with us, with me, and so forth. I'm blessed to say that me and my wife have found a nice middle ground for all of this stuff so we can have time with each other, have time for dates and doing things together. We found some nice little middle grounds to kind of work around all of this. But there's always going to be those family members that just don't understand what the point of me doing all of this is, why people are even interested in doing content creation, why people are interested in the specific types of content that I do, why it takes so much work. I've had family members that wanted to be YouTubers that made it sound like the easiest thing in the world. It might be, maybe that's just a better mindset to have. But when I hear people like, yeah, I want to hop in, I want to do this, I want to do that, and I tell them how much work it kind of goes into it, I have had people just straight up like lose interest or don't even want to continue the conversation with me after that. I guess it's like I killed the vibe or whatever. People don't understand how hard this shit can be. Unless you get met with the perfect storm, which some YouTubers do, it is just never that simple all the time. I guess it's another bullet point right there. People that think content creation is easy. It can be easy if you know how to follow the niches, if you know how to understand the algorithms, click-through rates, how important thumbnails are for certain YouTube videos and stuff. All of that can be learned as a skill. It's very possible to learn it and to master it. But there is so much luck that still goes into content creation at the end of the day. I just hate when people say, oh, it's easy. I'm glad they have confidence. It feels weird hearing that sometimes. Maybe I'm not successful enough to really give an opinion on that. Maybe that's the problem, but it does blow my mind sometimes when I hear people say genuinely how easy they think content creation is, because boy, oh boy, there have been some times, many nights where I was stressing, working so hard to put out a piece of content, edit it to the best of my ability, made the crispiest thumbnail, and it got like 5 views. But I've had I've had videos that took no effort, none, become my most popular pieces of content. Let's get back on track to talk about why content is such a lonely road. When people don't understand what the grind is behind making content and why I love doing it so much, asking too many questions, asking why I don't want to spend so much time doing it, I'm spending too much time doing it, It just creates this really weird rift between me and those people. It makes it frustrating to even want to talk to them about it. Another point in why this is such a lonely field is if you don't find that right friend group, it's so hard to even stay motivated when you watch other people have like really great friend groups that love doing content. I like watching a ton of the Nuke Squad guys play together, and it just makes me wish, like, damn, I wish I had a consistent squad that is dedicated to making content, that loves playing the same game, and we can all just get on and have a blast. Like, I have a friend group I play a lot of games with and stuff, but they're not content people at the end of the day. They don't really want to pursue fields in that. It's a lonely road where you can't find other like-minded people around you that want to get involved with content. That could be IRL content, video games, anything. It makes me envious. I'm not gonna lie. I get envious when I see groups of people that are all dedicated to the same dream, playing together, growing each other's brands and content together. It's hard to watch on the outside. It's like, damn, I would like to have a group of people that really are interested in the same thing. Not only over the internet, but just around me. Like people that I know in person in real life. Being envious is not a really good trait to have, but I guess it also depends on what kind of envious we're talking about here. I'm not envious of people with money. I'm not envious of people with nice cars, but I am envious of people that are able to find those nice groups that they can make content with and everybody's on the same page. It's just like, damn, where do you find a group like that, you know? Granted, I would never forsake any of the friends I have in real life. I love all of my friends, like genuinely, but when we're talking from like a pure content perspective, I really do wish, at least in the city that I'm from, I had more people with the same mindset that I do, or the same visions or same goals. When you put your time and effort into stuff like this, it makes the rest of the world just seem kind of mute to you. Or when you hang out with people that don't really have any goals in life, they're just kind of satisfied working, I don't know, like a retail job for the rest of their life. It messes with your mindset. I'm not gonna lie to you. That might be more of a personal note for me because I just don't understand the concept of being satisfied with the bare minimum. I'm always trying to do more and grow and improve as a person, as a creator, as a whatever. I'm always trying to expand my domain of influence in different areas of life. I will never be satisfied with a simple job. I just won't. I enjoy making videos. I enjoy entertaining people. And I enjoy having fun with my viewers. I enjoy reading my comments, just communicating with folks. It's so much fun to me. But when I'm around a lot of people that don't have a motivation in life or whatever, I feel so alone sometimes. Like I don't know how to communicate with them. I don't know what we're going to talk about. Okay, maybe I just need a therapist. It's such a weird thing to feel, like being around people that don't really seem to have any real like motivation. They don't want to become successful. They don't want to become their own main character. And I get it. Not everybody's destined to be the main character, even in their own story. Everybody's different. Everybody's going to be different. But I think I have such a hard time understanding the concept that when I'm around people that don't tell me their goals in life, or they're just kind of stuck and not even trying to improve their life situations, I don't even know how to hold conversations with those people. And I'm talking about people that I've known for years and decades. It's like, as I've gotten older, I've met more people, had more intelligent conversations with people that are like-minded like me, or at least just motivated to do something in life. Going back to people that don't have any form of motivation in life, it's like, I don't know how to relate to those people. I don't think they're bad people. That's not what I'm saying whatsoever. Everybody's different, but I just don't know how to relate to them. Like it's so hard. We have nothing to really talk about because it's like, I'm so interested in doing this. It's just like when I hear some of the conversations from certain people that I know in real life, it's the same stuff that I've been hearing about them for 10 years, the same situations they're dealing with. They're dealing with the same people, the same area of life. It's like, I feel like I want to just keep evolving as a person and growing. That's all I ever want to do. So when I don't see people around me trying to grow, it makes it so awkward for me to even communicate with them. And I hate being bougie like that. I do. I don't like feeling that way, but it's like, I'm so motivated to just keep achieving in life and doing more. It's like, I can't afford to slow down right now. Like I'm only 28. I've got a long life to live ahead of me, but that doesn't mean I want to just take as much sweet time as humanly possible. I want to take advantage of this stuff while I'm young, you know what I mean? We're gonna get back on track a little bit. I think I got a little bit more personal there, but I think a lot of what I said rings true for a lot of people that do content. You got family members that don't seem to understand. You got people that think what you do is so easy and they don't understand why you aren't successful. I've straight up had people tell me, why aren't you rich yet? And I know it was a joke, but it's just like, don't tell me that, don't ask me that question, man. Like I'm trying, okay? It's a rough field. It's a rough area to be in. It's not harder than a 9-to-5 or anything like that. I actually saw a bunch of debates on YouTube, on social media platforms with people debating if content or, is harder than a 9-to-5. And I'm like, This shouldn't even be a discussion point. Personally, both fields have their pros and cons, okay? I also feel like my socializing has really just went downhill. Maybe it's just because of the city that I live in, but I feel like I don't socialize as nearly as much as I could, but I also just don't feel like I'm in an environment where I can socialize with people with the same interests as me. It's like, if you really want to do some real life content, you either gotta have the people around you or be in an environment where that is just a normal thing. Like, I want to travel to states like California, KC, that's a city, Kansas City. I want to travel to places where my friends are that do content and be around them and just kind of learn and bounce off of each other and stuff. When there's always a new game that comes out and you don't have a crew to hop on, that's also so lonely, man. You see everybody else with their dedicated squad just stacked up, hopping on this brand new fun game, but then you're just kind of chilling there like, damn, I don't really have a crew to run this game with. It's such a weird feeling, isn't it? I feel like I got my point across pretty nicely, but I also feel like I kind of went off topic a couple of times. Maybe I didn't. I just feel like this was really a good chance for me to express my thoughts on this. Maybe I've been needing to talk about this for a while. But if I had to say, I've definitely felt lonely a lot of times in doing content. I've had other creators even tell me the same thing. Now, granted, I'm very grateful for all the friends that I've met online at Call of Duty events and stuff. I just wish I could spend more time around the people that I have met or that I know online, because we're all on the same page for the most part. We're just all so far away from each other. It's hard to convey ideas to each other when you're not in person. Granted, you can do pretty much anything over the internet. Like, obviously, YouTubing is an internet-based career, or streaming is an internet-based career, but nothing beats that in-person, interpersonal, whatever fancy words you want to use, interactions that you have with people. Well, I've yapped for about 15 minutes, guys. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like on it, subscribe to the channel if you're new here. Let me know what you thought about this particular topic in the comments down below. Like I said, I hope I didn't go off rails too hard, but I definitely feel like I needed to talk. I just needed to talk, man. I've been feeling some type of way these last few days. I've been feeling stressed out. I wouldn't say I'm necessarily feeling lonely, but I do feel just in a weird gray area in my headspace right now. I want to pursue this full time. I want to make content full time. I want to do things like this full time. So I'm basically my own man. I can do whatever I want when I want to. Obviously, that's the dream for literally any human being on this planet, but it's just something I'm going to keep chasing until I make it happen. I don't ever see myself permanently doing things for other people in terms of like a career. I want to be my own person. I want to make my own content. I want to have fun. I want to be able to travel to events whenever I want to and travel the world whenever I want to and make content when I'm traveling. Like, that's just the goal, baby. And we're going to keep doing it. Again, thanks for watching, guys. I will see you in the next video on this channel. I hope you all have a great day. Peace.